Oh, I can already feel it. You must be tired of hearing about my records and thinking every video she's got a new record, something she's never done before. Well, that's how it is. I'm back again with a new milestone, another personal achievement, and I believe that with each new record, rise and fall, you'll gain a better understanding of my approach and maybe even apply it to your own trading journey. Hey, I'm Evelyn, and in 8 years of trading, I've learned one thing: success doesn't come by waiting, but by taking action. Today, I'll tell you about an awesome session I had yesterday with my subscribers on my Telegram, and today I want to break it down for you. What was the session about? How did I manage to make 6,000 in one go? Can you do the same? Was it luck or experience? You'll find out all the details. In this video, I'll give you key insights and explanations that you can use in your own trading. But the real action and daily value are over on my Telegram. So go ahead, click the link and subscribe now so you don't miss anything. You know how it goes. You watch a video, get distracted, and later can't find the link. Well, it's right there in the description and the first pinned comment. So don't waste time. Let me take a quick detour because this is something that's been on my mind a lot. Many people try to dissect my trading, analyze, overanalyze, and examine every move I make on the market, hoping to find their own success or maybe spot some mistake or inconsistency. They do this to feel better or think that there is some hidden formula to trading success. But the truth is, those of you who are trying to break down my moves already know the answer. You know, it's just time. It's simply about the time spent analyzing charts and dedicating yourself to trading. That's it. You don't need to dissect all my sessions. But sure, go ahead and keep doing that if you want. Since I'm an educator in this field, I feel it's my responsibility to share my real trading results on my Telegram channel. There you'll find reports, expected session outcomes, and all the analytical data I can provide for you to analyze. But you won't find a hidden formula or a missing piece that will instantly make you a successful independent trader. However, if you need knowledge, community guidance, or want to trade under the supervision of an experienced trader, then click the link in the description and the first pinned comment. Because on my channel, I trade and you can see all my moves and follow along if you want. Success doesn't come from one missing puzzle piece. It's simply time and dedication. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get to the core of it. I'll show you why I entered that particular session and what technical analysis tools I used in my decision-making process. This was a smooth session. It worked almost immediately. I could say that it was simple, but it feels like that would undermine my hard work, as if I just got lucky. But behind that result were 8 years of experience, countless books read, and guidance from mentors. So I'll tell you this, it was the result of serious analysis. But I'm glad that all the effort paid off and that this day marked another milestone in my career. All right, let's get down to business. We're looking at a blank chart and now we begin our analysis. The first thing we do is check where the candles is currently sitting. Let's see, I'm going to draw a trend line. You might be thinking, why all these lines? What's the point of them? Well, these lines help us see the direction of the candles and predict possible reversals. Without them, we'd just be guessing, and that's not really the right method. Oh, there it is. I'm drawing the line from the start. That's our base. It touched the line twice, and the third touch confirmed it. I'm going to change the color to purple so it stands out more and makes it more visible. We've bounced off this line 3 times, so the 4th time will most likely be a breakout. Before we continue, I'll take a moment to let you comment where do you think the chart is headed. What button did I press? I know you'll find out in a few minutes, but challenge yourself. Look at the chart based on the lines and their formations. Some of you might think it's chaos. Others might see the method. And it's really not as hard as it seems. So let's break this down. The candle was rising for quite some time, but then there was a sharp drop. Before the drop, there was an upward trend, and I'm marking the low of that rise with a gray zone like this. That's our level. After the big drop, we see the candle coming back to this gray zone and then sharply falling down to our slanted line. This is called a mirrored level. Now, let's zoom in on what's happening locally. Before it hit the gray zone, the candle formed a local level, a blue line. It tested that line 3 times and broke through on the 4th. Then it retested that level. This is also a mirrored level because it was initially resistance and then became support before heading to the gray zone. Now we can draw a trend line on top. It will come in handy for future analysis. You thought you've seen it all? Well, this is just a trader's teaser. On my Telegram, the real action takes place. You can see everything I do in real time, follow my trades and get the same results. Forget about long theoretical lectures. Head to the link in the description and the first pinned comment. My subscribers are already making an average of 844 a day. Now I've marked our target. It's the base of the lower trend line, which will serve as our level and target. Let's zoom into the local picture. We see a local support level that was broken. I'm marking it with a green zone. These are great signs for our border scenario because before breaking the main slanted line, we already broke this local level. Now that we're looking at the hourly time frame, we can see that before breaking the local level, the one marked in green, there was a clear consolidation. This tells us that the market participants were actively trading around this level. After the level was confidently broken, we'll likely see a retest. This means the candle could return to this level to test it as support. If that happens, the downward move will probably continue. If you wrote that it was a breakout of the trend line, you're right. Congrats, we've got a winner. If you wrote something else, you were wrong, but that doesn't mean you're completely off. Maybe that's part of your strategy, but it wasn't the reason I entered this session. Yeah, I could have said this is the biggest loss I've taken this year, but I see the situation and can flip it into the coolest result. I've just shown you everything clearly, just how it happened. I always try to explain everything as clearly as possible, so it's simple to keep up. Honestly, trading isn't that hard when you know what you're doing. On my Telegram, I make all the complexities of trading clear, even for beginners. Want to enjoy the process and see results? Click the link in the description or the first pinned comment. Stop sitting around, hit that link and join us.